Happy Easter! We thought because it's Easter that we will start with a bit of an egg challenge. It's our egg challenge, which we're both very excited / not looking forward to, because there is 5 boiled eggs and there is one that hasn't been boiled. So in theory, it's going to crack on one of our faces. We've got our dice, we've got numbers on the eggs, and we are just going to take whatever egg we get, well, from the dice number.
Yeah.
So I'll go first. It's going to be super awkward if this is... It's going to be...
First one.
egg. Ready? Oh.
Oh, that was...
Oh, I think that cracked my head. Okay.
Right. 1. Right.
Oh, that hurts, doesn't it?
Whoa. It was not that one.
Okay. 2. So this one is a little bit of a hint because it's kind of got cracked marks on it, but yeah,
Nice.
we're all good. Should
So
I do
good.
one more now? We can eat it.
5. Yes. Right. Oh, it's got a nice bit of feather on it. I did too hard, I think.
Okay, 6. Oh! There we go. Oh no.
no.
Oh, I didn't think that. There we
Amazing.
go.
So,
Just to be, there we go. So, I don't know if you ever feel like you need forgiveness.
yeah, I feel like I constantly need forgiveness, and I always seem to mess up and do the wrong thing and things like that. What do you think?
Yeah, me too. To be fair, like I feel like sometimes I do the wrong thing by accident, I just make mistakes, and then sometimes I actually do the wrong thing on purpose. I know it's the wrong thing, but I do it anyway. And it kind of makes me think about like when I was younger. So I remember this one time in particular. I was at my grandparents' house and I was playing football and I kicked the ball into a plant pot. It smashed, and I remember just feeling so guilty. I just wanted to run and hide. And I don't know why, but I thought, like in my little child brain of mine, that like I was going to be in this massive trouble, but like it was clearly an accident. I wasn't like going over and smashing all the pots for no reason. So I knew that, like I think on the outside you think that obviously I'm going to be forgiven for that,
Yeah.
but I couldn't tell if I was. I couldn't tell if I was going to get in loads of trouble for it. But eventually I confessed, and my grandparents obviously saw that it was an accident and they were very forgiving. But I also remember a time where I got into trouble because me and my sisters were at a furniture shop and I'd seen this thing that looked exactly like an apple, and I said to my little sister, "Mum wants you to eat this." And being the obedient child that she is, she thought, okay, if Mum wants me to eat it, then I'm going to eat it. Kind of, I think she was a bit suspicious why in this random shop Mum was going to get her to eat an apple.
Yeah.
But she takes a bite into it, and it turns out, and I knew this, that the apple was actually a candle made to look like an apple. So she like takes a bite into it, and then she realises, but there's actually like teeth marks still in the apple. And then I think, So I got into huge trouble after that, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I actually think I felt less guilty when I did that to when I broke the plant pot. But I think both times I needed forgiveness.
Yeah. I think it's important to realise that sometimes we can get things wrong, but it's also really important to then ask for forgiveness, and next time we can try and do better in the situation. Like maybe not feed your sister a candle, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't do it anymore. I have changed my ways. Yeah, it actually reminds me a bit, talking about Easter, of the story of Easter. Like forgiveness is a big part of the Easter story, and it's actually the most important time in the Christian calendar, really. Because this is because Christians believe that the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ is the most significant event to ever happen. Christians believe that Jesus died for the sins of humans on a cross 2,000 years ago so that people can be forgiven and made right with God.
Yeah, but what is often not known is the story that Jesus had whilst he was on the cross. In the Bible, it tells us that Jesus had many different encounters with many different people. And in the book of Luke, we can read about his encounter with the criminals hanging next to him whilst he was on the cross. And this is how the story goes. One thief decided to make fun of Jesus, but the other thief stood up for Jesus. He said this to the other criminal: "Do you not have any respect for God? Remember, you are under the same sentence of death. We are being punished fairly, we are getting what our actions call for, but this man hasn't done anything wrong." He then turned to Jesus and asked for forgiveness. And Jesus answered him, saying, "What I'm about to tell you is true. Today you will be with me in paradise." Which means that despite all of his brokenness and all of his flaws and everything that the criminal had done wrong, he asked for forgiveness, and Jesus still chose to forgive him.
And a Bible verse that kind of sums all of this up is John 3:16. "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, so that if we believe in him, we will not die but have eternal life." Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.